Let's now move on. And Kohli captaincy row is assuming Virat proportions. BCCI is now turning into board of controversies in cricket. First, it was ex-captain Mohammad Azharuddin who claimed that the team is witnessing Virat versus Rohit. He was the one to use the word rift. Now, Dileep Vengsarkar, part of India's 1983 World Cup winning Kapil Dev 11, has gone on the front foot and has hit Ganguly's statements on the half volley. Now, he says that Ganguly should have let the selectors speak on their own. According to him, Ganguly had no business to speak on behalf of the selection committee on selection or on captaincy. It's the chairman of the selection committee, Chetan Sharma, who ideally should be speaking. The aggressive batsman and mild-mannered man Vengsarkar says selectors, not Dada, should have spoken about the captaincy issue. Ganguly facing flack from veterans one after the other, and this controversy is still continuing, and that's why this is our big debate on Urban Debate tonight. We are joined by Niranjan Shah, former president of the BCCI. Mr. Niranjan Shah, thank you very much for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now. Good evening. Firstly, I want to understand from you, as a former president of the BCCI, what do you make of the statement that has come from Mr. Vengsarkar now?
I think this is a very unnecessary debate, unnecessary controversy. Mr. Ganguly is very reputed, not cricketer, but he is enjoying the highest post of BCCI as president. He has all right to speak behalf of anything on cricket. He can speak on behalf of also the selection committee. After all, he is the member of every committee of the board. He is ex officio, even secretary is also ex officio, and they have all right to say whatever they want to say. And it is a very highest post in cricket, in Indian cricket. So I don't think there should be any controversy. Say if Ganguly has said something, I don't know why Vengsarkar has any problem, because I understand some chairman of selection committee might have given the interview, but if Ganguly has given, there is nothing wrong. I think is part and parcel of our whole cricketing system of BCCI.
But sir, what do you make of this entire episode, the way it has come out in the public? Because first we saw claims coming from BCCI, then Virat Kohli came out and gave his side of the story. It all started with reports suggesting that there's some kind of a rift between Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma because of the circumstances ahead of the South African tour of the Indian cricket team. And then we had claim and counter claim. So what do you make of this entire saga, and what is your opinion about the way it has come out in public?
See, I don't know. There is nothing. See, after all, this is a big democratic system of cricket, and there is some controversy is always there. When Virat Kohli himself has now said that he will play under the captaincy of Rohit Sharma, now there is no more controversy is there. Unnecessary. This controversy has no meaning, and it goes on and on. I don't understand. I think it has to be at rest.
But sir, do you think the board, actually BCCI, could have handled this entire situation in a better way, knowing Virat Kohli's track record, knowing about his contribution to the Indian cricket team?
Nobody is greater than game. Nobody is greater than the institute. So Virat Kohli is a great player. It does not mean he can speak whatever he likes. But at the moment, Ganguly is enjoying the biggest post, president post of the BCCI. I think he has all right to give any statement whenever he likes.
But then what will you say to the veterans, sir, who are now coming out and questioning the statement that Sourav Ganguly had made as the president?
I don't know why everybody is making some great players are making some statement. it should have come from the selection committee chairman. Why it is Ganguly? I don't know. He's not a very. There is no no logic behind it.
But sir, going by what exactly Mr. Venksarakar has said, that any issue about selection or captaincy, it's the chairman of the selection committee who should speak. Is it true, sir, that in the past as well, the president has stepped in to solve if there has been a captaincy crisis? Do you recall something?
In my president, whenever there is a selection of national team selected, the final we have to take permission from the president, and when he says yes, then team will come in the media. Before that, no, because there might be some issue. It not related to cricket, maybe other thing. That's why president has been given power that he should give the team yes or no.
But, you know, something had happened when similar kind of a situation was there in front of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, how N. Srinivasan saved Dhoni's captaincy.
I don't think during Dhoni's time any controversy has evolved. I don't think so. And what is your question?
Okay. No, I'm trying to understand from you, you know, when veterans are coming out and saying that the president should not speak as far as matters of captaincy or selection are concerned, because here we have somebody of the stature of Mr. Venksarakar, who has himself come out and made this kind of a statement, and that's why we are discussing it today. In the past, we have seen how Mr. N. Srinivasan also saved Dhoni's captaincy when there was some bit of a concern there.
But I think, see, selection is done by selection committee. Captain is nominated by selection committee. So there is no problem in that. But if it has been told by Ganguly, there is nothing wrong. He is the enjoying the highest post in cricket. So where is the problem? I don't know.
And what's your take on this entire BCCI versus Virat Kohli story, sir? The way it has played out. Do you think BCCI could have handled it better?
No. There is nothing between player and BCCI management. I think this is happening. I think it is a unnecessary flare-up things. So I think it should be put to the rest.
But sir, we are not saying it. I mean, it's the people from the Indian cricket team who've been associated with the Indian cricket team in the past as well, who continue to be associated with it, who are now coming out and, you know, making these kind of statements. And in fact, it was Virat Kohli himself who, in that press conference, you know, told us his side of the story that was completely different from what the BCCI had to say officially.
See, I think Virat Kohli held a mistake. He should have directly approached president. Whatever he want to say, he should not have gone through press to BCCI. So that's. But as a player, I think BCCI will not take anything seriously or something. I think even Virat Kohli, that was his mistake. I like to say that. But he should have directly talked to Ganguly, and whatever differences he want to solve, he has to solve with the secretary or president.
So you don't believe that BCCI mismanaged this entire, you know, situation?
No.
You think it's Virat Kohli's fault?
No, it's very systematically, and this is how BCCI run. I don't think there is anything controversial.
Okay. Now, last question, sir, before we let you go. The way Virat Kohli has told us his side of the story, do you think think now BCCI, or somebody from the board should really come out and clarify on the kind of comments that are being made, because now it has indeed become a big controversy, even though the Indian team is currently in South Africa. The series is expected to begin from 26. But do you think BCCI or some board member should come out, or the selectors committee member should come out and at least clarify on what really happened, so that, forever this controversy is laid to rest?
I understand when highest president post gives a statement or something, who will clarify president thing? I think this is the power of president with BCCI, and that is every big organization have same thing. So nothing to be come from somebody has to now clarify again what president has done right or wrong. I don't think so. I think everything is unnecessary.
All right. Mr. Niranjan Shah, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us here on Mirror Now on Urban Debate. And thank you, sir. We have now some special guests joining us. Mr. Niranjan Shah, of course, has called it an unnecessary controversy. Let's ask our guests as well if it indeed is an unnecessary controversy. We have Alan Sippy, former cricketer, joining us live. Ashok Malhotra, former Indian cricketer, and Harpal Singh Bedi, senior journalist, joining us on Urban Debate this evening. Good evening to all of you. I believe all of you heard what Mr. Niranjan Shah had to say, but the focus today is, of course, what Mr. Dilip Vengasarkar had said, how he has now targeted Sourav Ganguly, the BCCI president, saying that he had no business speaking on behalf of selectors. Your opening comments. Let's begin with Alan Sippy.
Well, I think Dilip is entitled to his opinion, just like Sourav said his piece and Virat said his piece. Dilip Vengasarkar, as a past cricketer, is totally entitled to his opinion. It's his opinion. Now, as far as the controversy is concerned, I really don't think Virat Kohli had any intention to make this a controversial affair. He was just stating a fact that he was only spoken to 90 minutes or something before, when Sourav Ganguly said something about telling Virat not to step down. He was just passing a statement here that Sourav Ganguly had said that, and that's why he was just talking to Sourav Ganguly. He wasn't taking on the BCCI. Virat Kohli is a very smart human being. He does not want to even attempt to take on the BCCI, because everybody knows there's only one winner. If you take on the BCCI will naturally win. So Virat Kohli was not taking on the BCCI. He was simply stating a fact that he wasn't spoken to. So I don't think what Vengasarkar is actually saying, but he's entitled to his opinion, and he's right, because he said he feels that Sourav could have handled this slightly better. So I just want to make one thing clear, because it seems like it's Virat Kohli versus BCCI. I'm telling you now, it was not intention of Virat Kohli. It was definitely not his intention to take on the BCCI. He was simply stating a fact that Sourav Ganguly, having such a reputed post, should have at least, spoken to him rather than air his views in public. And all he did was he just gave his version of events. So please understand, it is not a controversial, attempt by Virat Kohli against the BCCI.
Okay, so only facts were given by Virat, and you believe that what Mr. Vengasarkar has said, it's his opinion. You haven't really told us whether you agree with what he has said or not. Would you like to say something on that? Then I'll go to my other questions.
You see, let me tell you about Virat Kohli. You see, Virat Kohli is a very passionate guy. He's as a cricket fan, I can tell you, I'm proud, that I see Virat Kohli representing India as a captain. Because as a cricket fan, I love this human being. Because why I like him? I'll tell you why I like him. Because he has two personalities. One personality is on the cricket pitch. He's fiery, he's aggressive, he's a typical Punjabi, ready to fight. And that's what you want as a captain leading your country. On the other hand, I know this gentleman off the field. I'm not his friend or something, but I just know him, I speak to him. He's a wonderful human being off the field. He carries himself so well. Remember, he's a mega star. He's box office. He reminds me exactly of Sachin Tendulkar how Sachin Tendulkar carried himself both on and off the field. So Virat Kohli has two aspects to his life. He has the good side, which is a wonderful human being off the pitch, and on the field, he represents India exceedingly well because, like his former coach and his friend Ravi Shastri, they both had this aggression, and they did India proud. So for as a cricket fan, I'm talking, it is wonderful to see Virat perform, and that's why I feel there's nothing wrong with what Virat has said. I'm still sticking by. I'm not saying that Sourav Ganguly was wrong. I just wish this was handled better, and I don't want it to be Virat versus BCCI, because it's not Virat versus BCCI. It is Virat Kohli simply stated a fact what he was made to believe.
Okay. Ashok Malhotra, your comment on what Dileep Vengasarkar had to say, who's now slamming the BCCI chief, trying to suggest that Sourav Ganguly should not have actually made any kind of a statement on the issue of selection or captaincy.
See, the fact is, I've been a national selector for 4 years. So I know what Niranjan Shah said. Whenever you select a national team, you get a stamp of authority, stamp of approval from the president. Only once he approves the team, then it is issued to the media. So and no captain, believe you me, no selector is capable of removing these demigods, these captains. No selection committee. You have to have the consent of the BCCI and the BCCI president. I don't know Dileep, when he was a selector, what he was doing.
So
but
if the consent is there, if the selector gets a stamp of authority from BCCI president, then why can't the BCCI president speak about it in public? Is it wrong?
Absolutely. And Sourav Ganguly has the right to speak. He has been a former captain who is one of the most successful captains. He's got every right if he puts the views of the selection committee in front of the media. There is no issue. And when you talk about Virat Kohli, I heard Alan Sweepy. He's a wonderful guy. He's a great guy. Everything right. But he was simmering. He never thought he can be removed as ODI captain. And he exploded in front of the press. You cannot belittle the BCCI president. You cannot say the BCCI president is a liar. He might have said a smart thing, but he contradicted the BCCI president. I know he might be upset with it, but still, you should have taken a little bit control over your emotions. He's a great player. He's a legend. Everything taken, but nobody is indispensable. And believe you me, you can be in the team for 20 years, but you cannot be a captain for 20 years. That is what you need to understand. And that is what, the moment he resigned from 2020 captaincy, the writing was on the wall that he'll be removed as a ODI captain. The entire country knew that. Mr. Bedi will tell you, the entire country will knew that, except for Virat Kohli. He refused to read what was written on the wall. So that is what has been undoing. And the controversy has been created by Virat Kohli because he was simmering. And he was very angry for being removed as the ODI captain. And the moment he got his first opportunity, he should have talked about South African tour, not about the captaincy. He should let it go. It was something which should have let it alone outside the off stump.
Okay. Interesting point of view there. Harpal Singh Bedi, sir, lovely to have you on my show 12 years later. Last, I think we spoke about 12 years ago. What do you make of this entire controversy, sir? The comment that has come against Sourav Ganguly, this time from Dileep Vengasarkar, who's saying that, a captain is selected or removed by the selection committee, and that is not Ganguly's jurisdiction at all. He had no business speaking on behalf of selectors.
To start with, I totally agree with Niranjan Shah and Ashok Malhotra. They have said what I was going to say. Sourav Ganguly has every right to talk. And Vengasarkar should have known how he was made captain and how he was removed captain. It was without the board president, you cannot be a captain. That is a fact. Team can be selected, but without board president or secretary's consent, you cannot be a captain of the team. Second, Alan has said he's a great Punjabi. We have seen the fate of Punjabis, Bishan Singh Bedi and Kapil Dev. What happened to them and how they were removed. They were also great Punjabis. talking big had nothing to do with it. And I 100% agree. And as a journalist, I'm telling you, Virat Kohli got carried away by the media. This lavish praise that he's the best. Nobody, if you are moved once, see what
Don't
happened.
blame us, sir. We did not
Look at
ask any.
Bollywood.
We did
Look
not
at
ask any
Bollywood.
controversial question.
No,
I mean,
I'm not
claims were
controversial.
coming from the BCCI.
No,
We
this
didn't do
is-
anything.
As a journalist, I'm saying sometimes you get too carried away by the accolade. Everything that you are the best. And what will happen if you are not there? Same thing happened with Virat Kohli, but he forgot that how they treated the board has been a very. They do not believe that there has to be challenged, whether you like it or not. From Pataudi till Kohli, downwards, everybody had been told that mind your stay within your limits. And if you cross the limit, whatever that you are the greatest player, you will be out. Suppose tomorrow, Virat Kohli is another in the team. Do you think cricket will stop? Who has told you this? And what happened? Now Virat Kohli, there is a case against Virat Kohli. When India was all out for 38, Virat Kohli left and he was a captain of the team, which was humiliated. 38 is a humiliation. Same humiliation which Wadekar faced. And after that, Wadekar went nowhere. Remember that, although Wadekar got us first victory in West Indies, second victory in England. But when you were all out for 43 or 47, what happened to Wadekar? So, but still, Kohli got away with it. 38 all out, team left. After that, Rihane won the series, and the credit goes to Kohli. That under his captainship, India won the series. India never won under his captainship. It is Rihane, and who remembers Rihane? And what happened, I tell you one thing, with due respect to Arun, because he's an ex-cricketer, do not get carried away. You may be the greatest, but look at Maradona. They just threw him out of the team. Look at all the great players who challenge the authority unnecessarily. They get carried away. And this has been a part of the supporting whole role. It is not India. Everywhere. You are there because institution builds you.
But sir, you'll at least agree that Virat's contribution.
Kohli is there because
But sir,
of
you'll at least
BCCI.
agree that Virat's
Remember,
contribution
all
on the
facilities
field
and the
has
money.
been great. But sir,
Yeah.
But sir, you'll at least agree with me when I say that his contribution, Virat Kohli's contribution on the field has been great. I mean, he is one of the many successful captains that Indian team had. And, you know, today we are all talking about him because he has brought a lot of laurels for the country. He's kept the team together. He's led the team as a captain. So,
yeah, nobody denies that. That is why there is great. He's a great batsman. There is no debate, no doubt about his greatness as a cricketer. But what Ashok just said, you can be in the team for 20 years, but you cannot be a captain. It is not that your birthright to be a captain always. Simple as that. So every great captain has to leave.
okay.
When Kohli is leaving, Kohli is not leaving with any legacy. Even Dhoni left, at least he has 4 trophies in his showroom. What is Kohli going to show? Except that bilateral series. And every captain has won a bilateral series. Every captain has won a bilateral series. And some have won more, some have won less. Because there is too much of cricket now. So Kohli has won many things. Venkateswar's time, Bedi's time, or Tendulkar's time, or even Tendulkar's time. There are hardly so many bilateral series. Every second day there is a bilateral series here nowadays. So if Kohli is winning the bilateral series, that is okay. But what about the ICC?
Right.
He has not won anything. So I think Venkateswar has
No,
unnecessarily...
all that is fine. Of course, we are not questioning, sir. We are not questioning here BCCI decision to remove him as the captain from a particular format. We're not questioning here. But, you know, the way things have been handled is what our focus is. And Alan wanted to come in. Yes, Alan.
Yeah, I totally agree with both these gentlemen, with both Mr. Harpreet and Ashok Malhotra. They've said it absolutely perfectly. Saurav Ganguly has every right to talk. I'm not questioning that angle. What I'm trying to say here is Virat, he was simply clarifying. He wasn't taking on the BCCI. My point is, let's not vilify this man. Let's not say he was taking on the BCCI. Okay, fair enough. If you find that he made a mistake, that's acceptable. But he wasn't, I'm trying to stress this point, he wasn't taking on the BCCI. Because if he takes on the BCCI, everybody knows that it's only one winner, and it's the BCCI. It's horrible that it happened. It will be nice to put to bed. But at the same time, let's not feel that it's Virat versus BCCI. It's not. Because BCCI has the power. Today, Mr.
No,
Ganguly
no,
is in
today,
power. Just
I agree. Alan, I completely agree with you. Today,
Let me-
it appears it's more about Ganguly versus the veterans who are coming out. People like Mr. Dilip Vengsarkar who are now saying that Ganguly should not have said what he said. Now the point is, he's the first cricketer, correct me if I'm wrong, first cricketer to get to that post of BCCI president. Earlier, the presidents that we've had were not cricketers. So, if he has said something, if he said something about the selection, I mean, why can't he say it first? Is he wrong in saying it? And like Mr. Malhotra was mentioning earlier, the selector has a stamp of authority that he gets from the BCCI president. So if the president has given an approval, why can't he speak about it in public?
Absolutely. So I'm not denying that fact. I'm just saying that it's not Virat Kohli's fault. He was just clarifying himself that what Ganguly has said. He wasn't going against the BCCI. I just want to make this very important point to you, Hina. It's important because today Ganguly has the power of having the biggest post in Indian cricket. There's no doubt about it. Tomorrow, after Virat retires, it could be his turn. So everybody gets a chance in life. Ganguly's got his chance in life. Tomorrow could be somebody else. Nobody is going against the BCCI. Let me clarify this because for me, it's a shame as a cricket fan because it's such an important tour in South Africa. We should, like Mr. Harpreet said, we should be talking about India versus South Africa, but we're still talking about this. I came on air to just clarify that Mr. Virat Kohli did not attempt and never wanted to attempt to actually go against the BCCI. And if it feels that way, then I feel sorry that the people are feeling that way. It is not that case. It was just that he said what he had to say. He was just trying to clarify his name, and we need to move on and give him support because on 26th, it's a huge game, and I wish he does well. So he puts all this to bed because for me, he's a champion batsman and he needs to lead India well in the Test cricket.
If I may come in...
Ashok Malhotra wanted to come in.
Yeah,
yes.
Alan said
yes.
he didn't want to say anything to BCCI. He was not against the BCCI. But you cannot contradict the president of the BCCI. I know you were simmering. I know you were agitated. You were angry. But you should have kept it within yourself. You should have talked about the South African tour, not about this controversy. Because in other words, if I may say, in simple words, he has called the president a liar. Because president said, I spoke to Virat Kohli not to leave the 2020 captaincy. And whereas Virat said, nobody spoke to me. So what does it mean? He's directly taken it against the office of the president and the BCCI. And BCCI, I told it before in your show, has got an elephant's memory. I know Virat as a player because he is down. And now he is more motivated to prove everybody wrong. We might see the best Virat Kohli on South African tour. We cannot count out Virat Kohli. He's a great player. He's a legendary player. He's probably at par with the Sachin Tendulkar and Gavaskar. But the fact is, you have taken the BCCI on. That is my thing. Alan Sippy can say whatever. It is exactly, you cannot call the board president, who incidentally is one of the greatest captains of Indian cricket, a liar. Simple as that. If you call somebody a liar, then you have to pay for it. My simple logic is that, and BCCI, as Mr. Bedi said, they are all powerful. Captains come and go. BCCI will stay there. Captains have come and gone, players have come and gone, but BCCI is there. So you cannot challenge the authority of the management or the administration.
Alan, will you like to respond? You said that BCCI, that Virat is a nice person off the field. Of course, we have all seen his performance on the field as well. Yes, Mr. Bedi. Mr. Bedi, 1 second. Let Alan quickly respond, then I'll come to you. Just 30 seconds.
I agree with Ashok. The question
30
is
seconds.
Virat, how he will be there in the side when he has called the BCCI president a liar. It is definitely not a red ball captain with a lawyer who is a jhoot bola, BCCI president. It is going to be very difficult. Whatever you try to say camouflage, that is the greatest, everything you saying is the best, he never wanted. But it will be very difficult when Virat faces Saurav Ganguly as a captain of red ball. So now question is, here is one man who is saying something that you are lawyer in so many words, and how is going to face This is another problem for Virat. He's created for him. And there are too many people around him who must have pampered him. Look here, my friend, you are a Punjabi. Go ahead. Maar do, dar do, koi kuch nahi karega. Now he's facing the consequence, and it is not going to end here. Whatever Ashok may say, whatever he may hit 3 cents in this series, but it is going to be very tough for him to prove what he said. It is going to be in the series also. It is going to be tough for him to stay.
Let me get in.
Alan wants to respond. Alan, in fact, Alan, those who know Sourav Ganguly, those who fondly call him Dada, will also have many good things to say. Just like you are saying about Virat, we say about Virat, and our viewers also say about Virat Kohli.
I never said anything against Dada. I never said anything against Mr. Ganguly. All I'm trying to say, I wish that this is put to bed with Mr. Ganguly and one of the most important people in BCCI. We keep forgetting one very important human being in the BCCI, Mr. Jay Shah. Now, he's got tremendous power. He could easily step in and he could make this whole thing simmer down, because all he has to do, if this is carrying on a bit too much, and as Mr. Harpreet says, that it's Virat versus Ganguly, I don't think it's going to happen that way. Because if BCCI is sensible, and BCCI will be sensible, they will have both Mr. Virat Kohli and Mr. Ganguly sit down and talk this over. It's nothing about fighting one another. Today, Mr. Ganguly has the power. The BCCI will be there forever. Like we keep saying, the BCCI will be there for hundreds of years. Mr. Ganguly won't have that post for hundreds of years. He has that post for the next 2 years or 3 years, whatever. So let's not think that you have a post of being the president and you have it forever. BCCI is there forever. Mr. Ganguly won't be there forever. Similarly, what I'm trying to say, that the BCCI has to get this together, get these two human beings together, get them, because both are fiery people. And I'm sure if Virat has made a mistake, he can apologize. Nothing wrong with that. All I'm trying to say, he did not want to take on the BCCI. I'll stand my ground and say that he never wanted to take on the BCCI. If it's come out like this, and I can understand the way we are all talking, it seems like he's against the BCCI, but I'm telling you, he isn't. So it's best that Mr. Jay Shah, who's according to me, the most powerful guy in the BCCI is Mr. Jay Shah. And we're not talking about that man. He's incredibly powerful. I mean, we know cricket. Mr. Shah can do what he wants. I mean, he's the most powerful guy in BCCI. He's going to be there for a longer time than Mr. Ganguly.
Mr. Bedi, okay. Got your point. You want Mr. Jay Shah to solve this entire crisis. But Mr. Bedi, I remember a time when we all used to discuss that, why there are so few cricketers in BCCI. And now when we have a cricketer who is the president of the BCCI, we want administrators and others who are at the top positions there to solve the crisis. Is that what we want now?
Ganguly is not only a cricketer, he's an administrator too. And he comes from a very influential family. He has all the three things. He's a politician also. He has an incredible power in Calcutta, in Delhi. You talk of politics. He is coming from a very influential background. And as Ashok said, he was one of the most successful captains. 3-in-1 is a very deadly cocktail. He is not like any other thing. So people are saying that Jay Shah this, Jay Shah that. Okay. But Ganguly is there on his own terms. Remember this thing. One thing you should remember. Ganguly has all the backing which is needed, whether in Kolkata or when in New Delhi. Venksarakar has said Ganguly should not have said this. Did Venksarakar have the guts to say this to Srinivasan when he said our friend Dhoni will be the captain and Mahendra Ramannath had to quit? Where was Venksarakar that time? That then Center had to leave. Remember one thing, for me, whatever you may say, they are a human being, they are not computers, they are not saints or Frishtas. Nobody is going to give up his ego. And Ganguly is the last person to forgive. Remember, whether you like it or not, I'm telling on the TV. And second thing, Virat Kohli has to prove Ganguly a liar. Either he has to distance from that statement or he has to stand by it. If he stands by it, he has no chance to be in the team. If he distances himself, then he loses his whatever aura he has built around him. He is in a lose-lose situation. Ganguly is in a win-win situation. Whether you like it or not, this is a very crude way of putting the thing. You are dealing with human beings, not with the saints or the computers. Everything will be settled down. Nothing. And nobody is indispensable, as Ashok said. If there is today Virat, tomorrow somebody else will be there. Day after tomorrow somebody else will be there. Cricketers can come and go. Establishment is there. Virat got carried away by social media, by all those people that if you go, stadiums will be empty. It is like telling Tendulkar, when he was retiring, some people started writing in West Indies or they were paid in Sri Lanka. What will happen to Test cricket? Test cricket is going on. And Tendulkar is not just silly, it's going on. So you get carried away, but at the moment...
Absolutely.
Twice what he's saying, because he has to pay the price for that.
Absolutely. He needs to be concerned about consequences as well. But Mr. Ashok Malhotra, today we have Sourav Ganguly as the BCCI president. I mean, that paves the way for other cricketers as well, including Virat Kohli. Tomorrow, even they have a chance. So how should one now end this entire controversy? What is the right thing that BCCI should do or Virat Kohli should do?
See, I think the most sensible thing which Sourav Ganguly has come, he has not replied to that statement of Virat Kohli. He has only said BCCI will deal with it appropriately. If you can feel a little bit...
Okay, I think there's some connection issue out there. We'll try and get Mr. Malhotra back for his closing comments. But Alan Sippy, your response to what I asked?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, Hina, please?
I was just saying that on one hand, you know, we say that it's a very difficult, a catch-22 kind of a situation for Virat Kohli. But on the other hand, even he has an opportunity to become the BCCI president because we have Sourav Ganguly, the cricketer, former Indian captain, who is today the BCCI president. I want to understand from you what should now be done to end this entire controversy, because the series in South Africa is about to begin. And of course, next time again, we don't want to be discussing a cricketer versus BCCI or Ganguly versus the veterans.
Yeah. So personally, I think it must have already been solved. They must have had a discussion. Today, we're having this discussion because we believe that Mr. Venkateswarlu said this. So there's a discussion about the controversy. I personally feel Mr. Ganguly is a smart man. Mr. Virat Kohli is a great guy. They must have had a chat. There's no way that he would have gone to South Africa without having a chat with the BCCI president. So I think, personally speaking, they must have put this to rest. And I seriously hope so, because, you know, there is, coming back to this, there is only one winner, that is the BCCI, but nobody wants to take on the BCCI. So I just hope, for Indian cricket's sake, this is the most important point I want to make. For Indian cricket's sake, it's not about, you know, he did wrong, so I must chastise him and I must punish him and I must throw him out from Indian cricket. We need Virat Kohli as much as we need Mr. Ganguly in BCCI. So today it's best that both these guys, and I'm sure they've had a conversation, make no mistake about that. He's already gone to South Africa, so Mr. Ganguly would have had a conversation with him, and I'm sure it must be put to bed. It is only Mr. Dilip Venkateswarlu's views, and there's nothing wrong with his views, because he's airing his views. And like everyone else, like all three of us today, we are all airing views. We are entitled to, like the rest of the public in India, they all have views. Today, people might be for me or against me, for Mr. Harpreet or for Mr. Malhotra. It is entitled because it's a democracy. We are entitled to raise points and, you know, raise our views. So nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Mr. Malhotra, we had lost your line earlier. Closing comments. What were you saying?
See, I would say Virat should hope that he has a wonderful series. You know, if he does not have a wonderful series, I don't think he'll be a test captain anymore, because Rohit Sharma is breathing down his neck as a vice captain. And as of now, I think flavor of the day seems to be Rohit Sharma, because whatever selectors have done, whosoever done, but as of now, Virat is not the favorite boy of the BCCI.
All right. With this, we wind up this debate, but I appreciate all of you for joining us here on Urban Debate this evening. The only way Virat Kohli can silence this raging controversy is by performing. He has to score runs and also has to win matches in South Africa. For that, we will have to wait for the tour to end. It's beginning on 26th of December. We'll, of course, be keeping you updated on everything that you need to know about India's tour in South Africa. Heading into a very, very short break. Stay with us. Another very important debate coming up on the other side.